Yo, what's going on, everybody? Lowe's here, coming at you with another unboxing. I'm kind of right on time, but maybe running a little late. Things were a little crazy, trying to put the kid down to bed and stuff like that. So I'm here. We'll see who else is gonna pop in here. So we got Daymare. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Um, yeah, so I'm a little out of breath, just because. Yeah, I did. Um, yeah, so like I'm a little out of breath because I was kind of trying to run down here and get everything set up real quick after I put the kids down and stuff. So, we had a busy day today. My kids' birthdays are pretty close to mine. So one of my oldest daughter had a what's going on, JP? Uh, my daughter's birthday, like my oldest, is like pretty much the next day after mine. So technically, my birthday's on the 6th, but I'm gonna have a bunch of crazy shit going on tomorrow, and going on late on Sunday. And when I have to go to work, is just crazy. So I figured, I'll go on late Saturdays, close enough. And then my daughter's birthday's on Monday, so like we'll let her do her thing, and basically she wanted a yes day, so we kind of did a bunch of stuff that she wanted to do today. So it was a little hectic today. So we got home a little while ago and stuff like that. So we're just kind of hanging out. So finally got to put him down, and so I do have a few uh, packages here. And Agu, what's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping in, man. So I do have a few packages before I get to the X-Men book, because we'll leave that for last. Why not, right? Um, and so I'm gonna just start cracking these guys open. Uh, crack open my beer first. So this guy right here was a book, or I believe it's books. Uh, TJ, what's going on? Yeah. So mine is on the 6th. And then so it's the big 4-3. So I'll be 43 tomorrow. So I got a package that came in this. So this was it was a decent surprise. Thank you. So that was a weird package, and then it came. This was inside of that. Weird packaging, but I mean, it was solid. It wasn't bent or anything, so I'm like, at least I appreciate that I didn't get some bent books, especially when you're getting stuff from like Macari and some of these other places. Yeah, yeah. What's going on, David? Thanks for stopping in, man. Thank you. Yeah. So, yep. I'm. It's funny. It's like so I'm the youngster, if you will, if you want to call it that on here. But from like our circle of friends, I'm usually the oldest in the bunch. So the first books that I got, this was a pickup from Macari, and you know the guy had to list it. I forgot what they had to list it for, but I put an offer in for it, and they accepted it, and it was Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur #2 and #1. All right, so it was #1 first print. So was happy to get this. Cool character. Obviously, she has a show coming out soon. I want to say it's going to be animated, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be animated. I don't think it's live action. I believe it's animated. But thought it was pretty cool. It's I think it's a good book to have, not just for like the spec or anything like that. I think it's just a good book, good read. It's interesting, it's funny, and the character's pretty cool. So they the shipping it's so suspect, right? You can never. It's sometimes it comes really good, and then sometimes you're just like, what? So it's a crapshoot. I know you can. sometimes you can kind of like write to them and be like, hey, before you send this out, you know, just please package it well or something like that. Just because I think a lot of times the people that are selling on Mercari might not be like true comic people, you know, if you will. They're probably just trying to like move something for somebody else, or they just have books laying around that they're just like, whatever. If I just put it in this, it should be fine. Which, you know, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, the only thing you can do is pretty much ask them to attempt to package it well. So the next book that I have is End After End #1. This was actually a Whatnot giveaway. So I just popped in the chat, entered the giveaway, and won. So you know, anytime I can get, you know, indie first #1 issues, I grab them, because you never know with these indie books, right? You know, there's so many indie titles now that have become shows or movies or whatever and stuff like that, or at least get optioned or whatever, and then, you know, you never hear from them again. But you know, it's nice to have those first prints on #1 issues. So like I said, I'm just going through just a few packages that I've ordered for, you know, either the last couple of months or whatever it is. So some of these have been, I haven't ordered all these at once. It's been over time. So I don't want to make it seem like I ordered everything in the past week. So what do we got here? So this is, okay, that receipt doesn't tell me nothing. So, like we all know, we usually order so much stuff that you don't even know what you're actually getting in the package. You're like, hey, it's a mystery every time. This one, I want to say I kind of know what this is, but let me not say it until after I actually pop this guy open. But I think I know what it is. And yeah, all right. So this was a, it's Spider-Gwen Gwenverse #5, and I believe this is the Rico variant. So I just like it was a cool homage to the Into the Spider-Verse, the when Miles Morales is kind of dropping or whatever. So, and then the Virgin. So I had ordered previously. I had ordered 2 sets of these, and I only got 1 set. So I reached out to the company. Damn, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember the damn company. It's not even on here. But they, Anti-Hero Gallery, I believe, or something like that. And so I, you know, reached out to them, was like, hey, I ordered 2 sets. You only sent me 1 set. And, you know, without hesitation, they're like, yep, we'll, you know, get out another set to you right away and stuff like that. So, you know, excellent customer service. They got back to me extremely fast and had no issues sending me another set. So I'm like, you know, thank you. So that was awesome. Let's see. Yeah, JP. I thought it was just a cool, you know, it was a cool cover. I like the homage to the movie and stuff like that. So when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty cool cover. So I got 2 copies of those, 2 sets of those. So what do we have here? All right, this looks like there's, okay. Sorry about that noise. All right. Okay, so this was I believe I bought, it was from the same Whatnot seller, but it was multiple books. So they just packed them all together. All right, let's see what this was. All right. Yep. Okay, so the first one was a lot, and I thought it was a pretty good deal, and it was Spider-Man 2. This is issue #1, the variant cover. So thought that was pretty cool. So snag that. Issue 3, variant cover, and I believe these first 3 books, 1, 3, and 4, are all variant covers, and I believe they're all connecting covers. I'm missing issue 2, which once you get all 4, I think it's 4. They all connect and they make a nice little like skyline kind of deal. But you know, for what I paid for those, and then this one right here, which is issue number. This is Spider-Man, the first series, not Spider-Man 2, number 5. And this is a variant cover as well. And I forgot, I don't know if this is like it's a Dice Comic Expo variant. So that was all in one set. So, you know, anything Miles, I usually scoop up. So just because, you know, Miles is always hot. So I grab anything that. This one, I just thought it was a cool ass cover. I don't have the original cover of this. It's like X-Men 502 or whatever the hell it is, something like that. But it's a J. Scott Campbell variant. But I thought this was pretty cool because it's the exact same cover swipe, but it's the Mexico Uncanny X-Men number 7 variant. And it's the same J. Scott Campbell cover, just the Mexico variant. And, you know, from trying to get the original that's, you know, like $100, $150 or whatever the hell it is, you know, in high grade, when you can snag the Mexico variant for like $7. You know, I know on eBay they go for like, they still go for about $50, $60, but I got it on my car or whatnot for like $7. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. So, you know, it's worth having that guy for the price. I mean, I like the cover anyway, so I'm like, I don't really care if it's the Mexico version or the original. It's the exact same cover. So I'm like, what the hell? This was another interesting package job here. Like, and this is not like a bundle of books. It's just one book. And so, I mean, it's not rattling in here, which I guess is good. Sorry about the noise, but they just put a lot of packing tape on this box. And there's kind of like no rhyme or reason to like where the tape is at. So I'm just like cutting anywhere there's an opening or where I can find some kind of real estate. Oh, all right. There you go. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, but again, the packaging is just I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like astounded by some of the packaging jobs that are done, and don't even really know how this is. Okay, here we go. All right. I mean, at least I had bubble wrap and everything in it, so I'm like, okay, not too terrible. Just tape everywhere. Okay, let's get this guy open. Okay, here we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I put that right next to the mic, so that was probably a little annoying. Oh, all right. So there's packing tape, but at least it's not on the book. It's in between two pieces of cardboard. All right. And this one is so funny thing. I had bought one copy of this book, which I already previously showed right now. And here's a second copy. So I got, you know, pretty good deals on both of them. So I was like, you know what? Why not, right? If anything jumps off or whatever, I can have a copy for myself and I can move a copy, right? So they were both extremely high grade. And I was like, you know, for the prices that I got them for. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, Augie, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, if you're liking what you see so far, you know, if you're so inclined to hit that like button, I appreciate that. All right, so we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I do have 3 more books. One is, like I said, the X-Men Key that I will be showing at the end. And this one, I believe I know what this guy is. And this is a book that I've wanted for a while. Got a pretty good deal on it. And I jumped on it just because the prices of this book have been, going up. And especially if you want a nice high grade of this book, you kind of have to jump on it when you find it for a good deal, especially in high grade. So this package pretty good. I do appreciate the painter's tape. All right, let me see if I could just get one. There we go. I'll get that off. And get that off. All right, so sorry about that. Almost there. All right, okay. There we go. Cool. So the last book, or not last book, sorry about that. Okay. Get that last piece of tape off. That's what I meant to say. And this one is known for some numbers and some okay art. But everybody knows it for like the lost numbers on it. And it's Catwoman 51. So nice Adam Hughes cover. So it's known for the numbers down here, which correspond to something that happened in Lost. I can't really tell you because I never watched Lost, but I know there's a lot of Lost fans out there. And that's what this cover is known for, right? It's known for that, not for any particular art on this, right? Pretty much. But no, this popped up, and it can use a press, but definitely a cool iconic cover to have, and I've been looking for this for a while. Will it press out to a 9.8? Probably not. Could it potentially get to a 9.6? Sure. But being that it's in my collection, I don't care, right? I mean, I just got it because it's a cool ass cover. I've always wanted it. One came available that was affordable in my price range, and so I was like, I jumped on that. Yeah, it's iconic cover. And like I said, yeah, exactly. Even in low grade, that's still a great book to have. So it's just John. That's it. That's funny. Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say that it probably lost a few, pun intended, I guess. If it lost a few fans, from what I heard from the finale, some people were kind of annoyed by it, but I guess you can't win them all, right? Not everything is a hit, I guess. But I'm pretty sure like hardcore Lost fans was still like, we don't care. The show was great anyway, and stuff like that. So, it is what it is, right? Again, you can't like please everybody. But yeah, like I said, I've never watched it, but the thing is, even if I did want to see it, just hearing like the reviews of like the last episode and how they ended it, maybe like might piss me off from watching that, or kind of like stray me away from it, because then I'd be like, I know I'm gonna be disappointed by the ending, and I don't know, but who knows if I want to go back and waste a few hours of my life watching that show. So we'll see. So this box right here is my local LCS they had a signing because Jim Steranko actually came to my LCS, which is this, I guess, kind of a big deal, right? I mean, he's a bigger name in the industry, and obviously with him getting on in years and stuff like that, right? I mean, a lot of these older artists, I like to get signatures from them because you just never know how long they're going to be around, right? Which it's sad to say, but it's true, right? What's going on, Michael, man? Thanks for stopping in, brother. And so when I had the chance to get this book signed, I jumped on it, right? I mean, I know it's not a extremely high grade. I know the grade of the book because I looked it up because, you know, I was like, whatever. and but it's just a book that I wanted to get grade. It did grade higher than I thought. I thought it was going to be like a 4 or 5. And it's going to be interesting when you see the book. I think I posted it on IG, but if you haven't seen it, it's this guy right here. And it came back a 5.0. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with it. So again, it's Jim Steranko signed to Mr. Miracle #1. And I know most people are thinking, why the hell would you get Jim Steranko to sign Mr. Miracle? He has absolutely nothing to do with this book. Didn't write it, didn't draw it, didn't do nothing. But the story behind it is that Jack Kirby, when he created this character, he created it in the likeness of Jim Steranko. So when Jim Steranko was younger, he was an escape artist and stuff like that. So when Jack Kirby met him and found out his origin, his history about him being an escape artist and doing a bunch of other things, stuff like that, he made this character based on him, right? So I wanted to get it signed because that's him, right? Mr. Miracle is is basically Jim Steranko, right? So I wanted to get it signed by him. The minute he saw the book, he knew exactly why I was getting it signed by him, which was pretty damn cool. He knew the story behind it, and he appreciated it. So I thought it was pretty cool to have him sign it, and he was more than willing to sign it, stuff like that. And obviously Jim Steranko always tells like the greatest stories and stuff, and so he spoke about this. He had his book and stuff like that. So yeah, that's for damn sure. His hair was, absolutely perfect. It was all the time, no matter what. But yeah, so I'm happy to have this in the collection, have it signed by Jim Steranko, because I just think it was cool as hell. It's an awesome story behind it. The fact that this is him basically, right? This character was created based on Jim Steranko. So thought that was pretty damn cool. And like I said, he enjoyed it. He got a kick out of it. So I thought that was awesome. And so last but not least, here is the X-Men key issue. So I will say that it is a slab book. Yeah, no worries, John. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like, I jumped on here. I was out of breath. I was like rushing down here. I'm like, oh my god, it's 10 o'clock already. I gotta go. So listen. I completely understand, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I mean, and there was a bunch of people there, getting other things signed by him and stuff like that. And I think it was always pretty cool. And he's a good dude, right? Like he signs everything. He gives you a nice story behind it. Just a cool, cool dude. But he definitely loves to talk about himself. But no, he's an awesome guy, man. This is like the third time I've met him. Obviously I have a couple other books up here signed by him. I have my Hulk right here, which is I want to say maybe one of the, or maybe only like Hulk annual that he didn't sign by the feet. Like he always signs it like down here by his like foot. He always signs his name there. And I might have the only one that was like signed on his arm, and it has the block letters of his name, and it looks like a tattoo on his arm. So might be the only one that's like that. I don't know. But so I thought it was funny. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, all right. Let me take a look at this. So this book, when I looked it up, and I looked up the graders notes, and it definitely is a candidate for Kraken and Press, right? So it looks pretty good. I think I can get a lot of these out, and I might crack this and resubmit it. So the book in question is a book that I needed to complete my X-Men run from 94 to 143. So I have that entire run. Most of I believe about 90% of it is graded. I think I have like 5 or 6 raw copies that I need to clean and press and get graded. But this is the last book that I needed to complete that entire run. And is that guy right there. X-Men 101, First Phoenix. You know, happy to have this in the collection. And I got it in auction on eBay. It is way less than everything else that was in this grade. And it is a 7.5. So I thought it was a pretty good grade. Yep. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Thanks, JP. Yeah, so like the last one that I needed to complete the set, you know, I have that entire run now. Again, I'm trying to get the whole thing graded. The five or six books that I have raw, I need to get them clean and pressed, and then I'll submit them. I'm not sure if they'll get all if they'll all be a 9.6, you know, 9.8, stuff like that. Probably not even close. Some of them might be in like the 9.4, 9.2 range, which at this point, some of them might be okay. I mean, I might get some higher, but who knows? But I know when I looked this one up, it basically said like there's some waviness, which I can see up here. There's some like waviness here, waviness on the cover, a couple of little non-color breaking spine ticks here. They said the edges all have like some wear, which it looks like they're just blunted. I might be able to kind of like flatten them out and maybe get them a little cleaner. And the back looks pretty clean. There's some spine ticks in the back, nothing color breaking, some dirt I see on here. You know, nice little like crunch up here that could probably come out. There is like, you know, some divots right here that probably need to press out. But other than that, like this is a strong candidate to crack and press. And I would like to see, you know, if I can put my skills to use. I'm not going to say I'm a professional by any means, but these are some imperfections that can be corrected. And, you know, if I can bump this up from, you know, 7.5 to whatever, right? I mean, an 8.0, 8.5, 9.0, whatever. You know, now the book, the value of the book obviously goes up, you know, having this in higher grade. But like I said, I do have the entire collection or the entire run on the CGC registry. You know, I'm nowhere near being on the top of that registry. You know, there's plenty of guys that have like the entire collection, all the 9.98s or whatever and stuff like that, which I'm never gonna have that. But you know, I'm happy to have this in collection. Happy to finally finish that run. So happy to have that. And now I have, you know, something that I can post on IG for, you know, first appearance Friday. So you might be seeing that get posted up sometime tonight. But yeah, that was my big key right there. So, you know, hopefully it wasn't too much of a disappointment. You know, if you were expecting, you know, Giant Size X-Men 1 or, you know, one of the other older X-Men keys, but I think this is a pretty big key in my opinion, right? So definitely love this book. Happy to have it in the PC. We'll just do a quick recap. Oh, nice. Nice, Big O. Yeah, I mean, it's a great book, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's one of those books, right, that I feel like if you would have got it like years ago, obviously you probably could have got a higher grade for a little less money. The market kind of started correcting itself on that book. I think it's a monumental key in the run. It changed, you know, that entire like run at that point. So I think it's a big book, and I'm just happy to have it back in the PC because I did have a 6.0 copy a couple years ago that I sold. So you know, to have a better copy that I can potentially make it even better, you know, I'm okay with that. We got Miss Miracle #1 signed by Jim Steranko. So thought that was pretty cool, and that's just a nice, you know, little piece for myself. Thought it was pretty funny. We got Catwoman 51. So some subpar Adam Hughes art and the awesome Lost numbers there. Miss Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur #1, first print. We got Uncanny X-Men #7, the Mexico J. Scott Campbell variant. So thought this was pretty awesome cover. And if you don't know, Psylocke is one of my favorite X-Men, and just one of my favorite characters. I have, a bunch of her variant covers and first appearance and everything, stuff like that. Got her first appearance in the U.S. and also the UK, the Captain Britain #8. So got both of those. I got a nice little Spider-Man run here. So it's #5 of the first run. It's a Dice Comics exclusive, #5. And then I got Spider-Man #2. This is #4 variant. And I believe these are all connecting covers. You got #3 and #1. So I'll probably just have to find #2 and get the whole connecting. I believe it's only 4 that connected, and it could be 6, who the hell knows, but I think it's only 4. And then we got Gwenverse, Spider-Gwen Gwenverse #5. This is the Rico variant. That's the Virgin. And there's the trade. So it was a nice little set. That was an order that had to come back to me, or they had to fulfill an order, a back order. I have End After End #1. This was a Whatnot giveaway win. So again, any indie #1s, I'll take those. And then, oh, looky, another Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur #1. So we got that and issue #2. And that was my haul. So I do recycle. I reuse bubble wrap and all types of stuff, man. Because if the box is in good condition, bubble wrap is in good condition, it's going back out. Funny thing with that, I will be doing some hunting tomorrow, right? So technically tomorrow is my birthday, and I will be hitting up 2 stores tomorrow, and hopefully I can get some video of that. I'm gonna try to get some video on scene because I'm pretty bad at doing like on location of videos. So I'm gonna try to do a little more of those. So I'm gonna hit up these 2 spots tomorrow, heading up to New Hampshire, and I'm gonna spend some time out there and kind of hit up these 2 stores. I've been there previously before. I'm just gonna go back again this time, hopefully get some video and try to put out more content. Which it's hard for me to do, and to find the time and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get that and get those out, and hopefully I find some stuff tomorrow. Usually in a lot of these spots, I do both these spots. We've found some good books here, so I'm hoping to continue that trend. Okay, so it's 5 covers. Thanks, Damer. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it's 5 covers in that set. So I definitely need to find 2 and 5 then to complete that set. Okay, so it's a 5-issue run. All right, so I'll definitely look into that to try to complete that set. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I can find some good books. And hopefully I can get some nice video and just kind of like show the area and give these guys some notoriety, and to give them a shout out, because I know I found some good deals in both these places before. The owners are pretty cool and stuff like that. So, hopefully I'll find some stuff for you guys, man, and got some more nice content to put out there. All right. I appreciate everybody for stopping in, man. I just wanted to kind of run through this pretty fast. And just, thank you for everybody. Appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully I got more for you guys tomorrow, right? And but thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Your first time, only time. If you've been here long time, follower, I appreciate it, man. And thanks for everybody for sticking with me, and I appreciate it, man. So with that, I'm gonna get out of here. And till next time, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.